You know that because you're watching from home. My magic ears are actually wonderful.
I have a fan-submitted question, and I think it might be the most important question from the entire show.
I'm so scared. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daebak Show. Today's episode is a little bit very much different. We are talking all about the Traitors, what you saw, what you didn't, and what I can finally talk about. Welcome to a very special episode of the Daebak Show.
It's the Daebak Show.
As you know, we're fans of the show, and I'm excited to talk to you about all things the Traitors.
Yes.
How has the experience been?
Truly psychotic. The show is crazy. The experience is crazy. The feedback's been a little crazy. So everything about it has been crazy. Let me just say, first and foremost, I wasn't going to do this show. It took a lot of coaxing and a lot of convincing for me to be on the show at all because it's reality TV, and reality TV is scary. I've done reality TV in Korea, but it's very different from US reality. And I had seen some of the episodes or some of the seasons, and it's Housewives and Survivor and Big Brother and drag queens and all these characters screaming at each other and stabbing each other in the back. And I was like, how do I, a singer-songwriter that is, I don't know, living in his own world, fit into this? And so I initially was like, no, I don't think I can do this. It took a bit of sitting on it, a lot of internal dialogue with my team to be like, okay, I'll try it. I'm so scared. And then I found myself in Scotland.
So what actually convinced you to do the show?
I think for me, more than anything, it was like, okay, I want to have exposure into like the most American thing possible. You know, I started my career in Korea, have oftentimes been viewed as like a K-pop artist. And so I was like, okay, how do we just break into culture in unpredictable, very random ways so that people are like, oh, I know Eric. And because I think that's what happened for me in Korea. It's like I didn't intend to become a TV personality, but I did. And so I was like, maybe we do it again, just in a different territory. So that's kind of how I ended up on this insane show.
Watching yourself in the edit, how much of that feels close to like you being true to yourself, or how much of it feels kind of like a storytelling version of you?
I don't think I'm able to pretend. If you're like, hey, this is acting and you are method acting and this is what you have to do and this is like the plot and this is your lines, whatever, like I could probably do that. But this is reality. We're just in it and you forget that you're in it. So you're just being yourself. Are there moments where I'm like, I'm not gonna say this because could be perceived like the wrong way and I don't want things to be misconstrued? Yes, but for the majority, I think I was just kind of myself.
I want to hear what you think of everyone in one word. Are you ready?
Yes. I'm gonna be really bad at this, guys. I'm just gonna warn you, I'm gonna be really bad. Candace, incredible. Fashion. Oh, very smart. That's a lot of words. Brilliant. Bold. Mother. Enterprising. Quiet. Loki. Hot. Amazing. Hot. What do you say about this guy? Pass. I'm gonna say iconic. Fit. Atlanta. Smart. Snakes. Ron. Funny. Very nice. Like, really nice guy. Emotional. Iconic. Jam Jam. Also, iconic.
And then the last one.
Legend.
Eric, not too long ago, you were everywhere in Korea and you were known as Korea's boyfriend. Do you think your image has changed?
It's been a roller coaster in terms of the reactions and the response. I walked in and I was like, do I just fully go full asshole? Do I go full backstabbing, crazy person? What's gonna happen if I get selected as a traitor? Like, can I do it? What if I'm a faithful? Like, are people gonna like kill me the first night? Because nobody here knows who I am. It's like the easiest murder. And so I was just like really anxious the entire time. I think what I came down to was like, just be yourself. I went through all these different things and I was like, you know what? this is exhausting and we haven't even started the game. So just be yourself and pray for the best. Thankfully, people generally don't hate me. I think people are like, oh, like he's fine. He's cool. And I'm like, cool. All right, whatever. I'm on your TV screen and like you're forced to look at me. So great.
I have a fan submitted question, and I think it might be the most important question from the entire show.
I'm so scared.
Hi, Eric. My question is, did Michael Rappaport really eat like that? Or was it just a bad moment?
Yeah, I've seen children eat that way, but to actually shove a full plate into your mouth is a very particular choice way of eating. Maybe efficient. I will also say, if I'm trying to rationalize his eating, we're walking around a castle with like plates of food and just like sitting on couches. Like, it's not the most civilized way to eat in general. Though I must say, nobody else ate like that.
After playing, if you added something to the game, what would it be?
You know, like in the traditional game of like Mafia, there's like a medic and there's like a cop that help the faithful. I wonder what it would look like if you added some of those elements into the game. Because people at home, people watching from home are like screaming at the faithful and they're like, you idiots! Like, of course it's not. It's like, okay, you know that because you're watching from home. What have you done? You're sitting on your couch. I am literally sitting there with no clue. I have no idea who these people are, and everything's a secret. Of course I don't know. So if we had a cop or a medic or whatever, I think it would give us, the faithfuls, a little bit more of a chance at like not just being wrong constantly, because we're wrong constantly.
Okay, Magic Ears. I want you to match the quote to the Traitors contestant.
Okay, match the quote to the Traitors contestants. Let's go. I invited her into my home. I gave her a beverage. Oh my god, I have no idea. It's gonna be a real hot Candace? Oh, wow! I'm so good at this game. I feel like you have your hand up your arse and you're moving her mouth. Caroline. Oh my god, I'm so good at this game! I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong. Lisa or Dorinda? Oh! Jeez. Okay. I have a whole fur closet. I'm not afraid of PETA. It's gonna be Lisa or Johnny. There you go, Johnny! I'm serving you SpongeBob, but make it fashion. SpongeBob, but make it fashion. Monet? Oh god, my gosh, guys. Am I like 100% right now? And your injured son and your injured son and your hoe daughter who speaks like this. God, Michael Rappaport? I'm not a tough person. Don't let this cashmere sweater fool you. Lisa?
No, I want you to get this one though. Think of one more guess.
Don't let this cashmere sweater fool you. Who would wear cashmere? Ron? Close your f***ing mouth. Open your ears and only open your mouth when the time's right, and definitely don't open it for no f***ing fisherman. Is this Lisa? Tiffany? What? These are such crazy quotes.
Last one.
All right, why am I here? I'm more fabulous than this. Lisa? Yeah, fitting.
Let's take a question from Zoe.
Hey, Eric. It seemed like every morning everyone wanted the Scottish salmon on their breakfast bagel. Was there really only enough servings for the first people to come in the room?
The food situation was, if you get in early, you have like free reign on like what's there, but things would just disappear very quickly. If you're not having salmon, the only other form of protein were just cold, hard-boiled eggs. Everything is bland. So salmon has a little bit of the saltiness and sodium, and I think everybody was like excited for the salmon every morning. But yes, it would quickly disappear.
Got one more question from Jenny here.
Hi, Eric. My question is, since they're opening up the show to non-celebrities, what advice do you have for those who are interested in auditioning for the show?
Ooh, great question. I think you should have a very strong personality and a sense of who you are and what you're going to bring to the show. I think if anything I've learned, it's like they love character. Are you a loud character? Are you a super stealthy character? Like, what is your angle? Have an angle and have a strategy. Second of all, if you were to go, remember, it is a game. Have fun. It's hard when you're in it to remember that. It's super immersive and you're just like disconnected from the entire outside world. And so you have no idea what's going on except for this world of being in a castle and like trying not to get killed. So take a step back and be like, this is a game. It is crazy, but it's a game, and enjoy.
You talked a lot about the social side of the game. I'm curious to hear your experience with the challenges.
As a viewer, I was like, oh my God, these challenges are so boring. Like, I would just like skip through them. Having been through them, like they're important because it's like, it's the part of the day where we're not having to just sit there and yell at each other and stress about who is a traitor and who is a faithful. It also manipulates us into building bonds with each other. And that's where it gets like really tricky. Though from a home viewer perspective, it can seem very boring. I think on the psychological front, it does play a big role.
We got a question from Abby.
Hi, Eric. I was wondering, did you have any suspicions when Candace started that conga line?
No. And people are like, you idiot, why are you joining a conga line? And I'm gonna say, you crazy people, listen, I am thrown in a castle with like big personalities and I don't know anybody from a pure social perspective, right? I'm just trying to become friends with people and I'm just trying to like not rock the boat. I'm just trying to play along. And if somebody wants to start a freaking conga line, I will join a conga line. Meanwhile, Rob sees like something suspicious and this is a murder in plain sight. And I was like, what are you even talking about? I've never even heard of this. And he was brilliantly right. And I'm just like doing a conga line down the freaking castle. I'm just trying to make friends, y'all. I have really bad social anxiety.
I want to evaluate your judgment on a few people, behavior, scenarios. So I'm going to give you a couple of prompts and I want you to tell me if that's faithful behavior or traitor behavior.
Okay.
Okay. The person that always volunteers first.
Person that always volunteers first. Faithful.
Someone who laughs before answering.
Oh, traitor.
The quiet one who takes notes.
Faithful.
Someone who says, trust me.
You're a traitor.
The person that avoids eye contact completely.
Oh, traitor.
Someone who keeps eye contact too long.
Traitor.
Says, I'm bad at lying.
Traitor.
Overshares immediately.
Traitor.
Never shares anything personal.
Traitor.
Plays devil's advocate in every convo.
Ooh, traitor.
I don't care either way.
I think everybody's a traitor at this point.
Good. It's good to know where you stand on some of these things.
Do you know how a trip is going to go? It's usually by the group chat, right? Before we actually get on the road. And it's something like, hey, who wants to share a bed? Who wants to share a room? Do you sleepwalk? Do you have night terrors or night sweats? All these questions and information that I actually don't want to know about my friends that I feel like I'm forced to know, but you know how you can actually avoid any of those issues? Is by getting a place that has enough space. And you can do that on Airbnb. Because who wants to be like on top of each other? We're grown adults, guys. We should have our own room, shouldn't we? We all get a room. We all get a living room where we can come together. And then we can go away, at least for a few hours. It quickly becomes very clear that in order to stay friends, we need our own space. That's why we book on Airbnb. It's very clear who gets to stay where, and there's no fighting. Isn't that amazing? So if you're planning your next trip, go to Airbnb and check out guest favorites, where you can see a full, beautiful list of well-curated, well-reviewed places that are sure to make you and your friends or family so happy and make you so much closer, but like giving you enough space to be like okay with each other. Have a great trip on Airbnb. Now back to the show.
Now knowing what you know, would you have a new strategy entering the game?
I think if I were to ever go back, I would probably play more aggressive. I think I was so nervous. It's hard. Like they call it reality TV and it's a game. There are people who watch it purely for entertainment value of like, this is reality TV. And then there are people who watch it for like, this is a game. If I were to go back ever, I would play it as a pure game and think nothing outside of this castle matters. We're just going to play the best, most entertaining game possible. Let's be real, we're here to make fun TV. So like, let's just do what we think is going to be more entertaining TV. And some of them made the edit and some of them don't. Like, we're calling each other and we're like, remember that really hilarious thing? Didn't make the cut. What a bummer. Because there's some other dramatic something like, it's the color purple, and then like, you're a traitor, and then like everybody's screaming at each other, and that's like the majority of the show.
Okay, let's hear from Colby.
Hey Eric, really big fan of Survivor. Just had a quick question. What's it like playing Traitors with some of the Survivor contestants?
I will say the gamers, and when we say gamers, talking about Big Brother and Survivor, they're very intense. They overthink everything almost, whereas like the non-gamers, they just run off pure emotion and pure reaction and chaos. And so I feel like the Survivor and the Big Brother players started getting wrapped up in the overall chaos of it. So nobody was making sense, like ever. And we're just like screaming at each other, as you've seen.
A lot of people want to know, do the competitions really go down till the last second?
Yes. I was so mad. That rowboat challenge, we worked our ass off on that challenge, and I was so mad because more than anything, if I had one more casket, it's like one less percentage chance that I'm going to be up for murder. I think we literally yelled. We're like, what the? Like, we got it. And they're like, nope, you're off by 2 seconds. We're like, it's TV, come on. And like, nope, this is, and I think it's because there is money at stakes. Like, they have to, by law, keep everything as by the book as possible. So before every game, before every challenge, there's a full reading of the rules, making sure everybody's aligned, everybody agrees and says, we understand the rules, this is how it's going to be played. They take it very, very seriously.
I think that leads us perfectly into Chelsea's question here.
Hi Eric, longtime fan, first time caller. I was just wondering if you had any anxiety about how you'd be represented in the final edit of the show. I know some people go on the show and they don't get the best edit, so I was just wondering if that made you nervous at all going in. But yeah, thanks for answering the question.
Great question. I mean, honestly, that's probably like the biggest reason as to why I was not wanting to do the show at the beginning. You're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place where you're like, I want to play a very good game, but in order to play a good game, you have to be ruthless, I think, if you really want to play this well, like as a faithful or a traitor. And there are people who are playing that way and they're not coming off in like the best way on TV, but perhaps they were playing like a great, faithful game. You can never have control of the edit, and you just have to pray that people give you grace. But yeah, the short answer, I was terrified.
With Alan, was there anything that surprised you after working with him on set?
Alan is so good at this job. Alan plays this incredible character that plays up every word and the spectacle and the fashion. But I really respected how professional he was and how well he delivered every line and moment, and would be able to draw out the drama at every game, at every round table, and just command a room. Because that takes a lot of experience and a lot of skill.
And for our final fan question, we have one from Brooke.
Hi Eric, so my question is, when you do the B-roll shoots at night in the castle, how late are you up? Are you also up as long as the Traitors?
Our production days were very long. Like, there were nights where I was up till like 4 a.m. Like, for example, when I was tied to that tree and I was literally just by myself for so long. And I think by the time we ended, it was like 4 a.m. and I got back and went to bed at like 5. People are like, oh, the B-rolls are so... It's like, yes, it's a TV show. Of course there's B-roll, you guys. It's a TV show. People are like getting so upset. It's like, that's not them actually getting ready for bed. I was like, it's a TV show. Chill out. They're very good at like figuring out times of like, okay, you're going to go jump in and shoot this on this day. and they have it like to a science. They're also very good at making sure nobody knows where anybody is doing anything at all. They completely like seal us off from one another, so we can't talk about anything amongst each other when we're not on camera.
Kind of shooting towards the end of this interview, what do you hope fans of yours and new fans of yours through this show really take away from it and kind of get to see you and what you do after?
Well, I hope that people will know that my magic ears are actually wonderful and that these ears are not fully broken and that I'm a singer, right? I sing. I don't just listen to music, I sing, so the ears and they're different things, okay? I also never said I was pitch perfect. That's fake news. Never happened. I have new music coming out and that I will be on tour very soon. That's what I want people to know. More than anything, I think whenever I do stuff, it's an opportunity for me to like meet more people, introduce myself to more people, and hopefully they stumble across my music or my film or my TV shows and all that kind of stuff. And even this podcast, I'm sure people are having watched the show. But I think when it comes to like why I do a lot of the stuff that I do, it's like hopefully to have a positive impact, social impact, societal impact more than anything, as cheesy as that can sound. But I think we just need more of it. And so I hope when they see my face or they see the things that I do, that it brings them joy or happiness, or they make them feel in some positive way. Again, I know how cheesy that sounds, but there's nothing wrong with being nice. There's nothing wrong with being positive, my people. There's too much negativity in the world, so just cut that out. So, thank you for watching this very, very special episode of the Daebak Show. Next week, we'll be back with a very special guest or two. I don't know. Who knows? Tune in to find out. If you don't know what Daebak Show is, we talk to some incredible, mostly musicians, but who knows if that expands, about life and music and all the different things, and play a lot of games. So, enjoy, subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you next time on the Daebak Show. Have a great life. Goodbye.